500 years ago, the world looked very different from today. Dense forests covered vast areas of the planet, wildlife roamed freely, and human settlements were small, scattered, and deeply connected to nature. For many people, the jungle was not a place to visit, it was home. But how did humans survive in such a dangerous environment? What did they eat? How did they protect themselves from wild animals? Today, we travel back in time to explore how humans lived in the jungles 500 years ago. Shelter, living with nature. In the jungles of the past, humans built homes using whatever nature provided. Most people lived in simple huts made of wood, mud, leaves, and grass. Temporary shelters for nomadic tribes, homes built near trees, rivers, or higher ground for safety. In regions with many predators, villages were often surrounded by wooden fences, thorn barriers, or open fires that burned through the night. These shelters were not designed for comfort, but for survival. Food, eating from the wild. There were no supermarkets, farms, or packaged food. People survived entirely on natural resources. Their diet included hunted animals such as deer, wild boar, rabbits, and birds, fish caught from rivers, lakes, and streams, wild fruits and berries, roots, nuts, and edible plants. Honey, considered a valuable and powerful food. Food depended on the season and the region. Nothing was wasted. Cooking and food preservation. Fire was one of humanity's greatest tools. People cooked food by roasting meat over open flames, boiling food using clay pots or heated stones, drying meat in the sun or smoke to preserve it for long periods. Water was often boiled before drinking to reduce illness. Protection from wild animals. Living among predators like lions, tigers, wolves, and bears was extremely dangerous. Survival depended on knowledge, teamwork, and awareness. Fire as a shield. Fire scared away most wild animals. Camps remained lit throughout the night. Weapons. Humans used simple but effective tools. Spears, bows, and arrows, stone or metal blades, poisoned arrow tips made from plants, traps and warning systems, deep pits covered with leaves, rope traps, noise-making objects around camps to alert people at night. Group living. People rarely lived alone. Tribes stayed together for protection. Strong adults guarded the camp. Children and elders stayed in the center. Nighttime survival. Night was the most dangerous time. To survive, fires burned constantly. Guards stayed awake. Camps were kept noisy to scare predators. Sleeping areas were arranged carefully for safety. Fear was constant, but experience kept them alive. Health, medicine, and survival. There were no hospitals or modern medicine. People relied on herbal remedies. Knowledge passed through generations, trial and error. Only the strongest survived. Life expectancy was low, and survival was a daily struggle. Humans and nature, a different relationship. 500 years ago, humans were not rulers of nature. They were part of it. They respected animals, feared the jungle, and understood its balance. Today, humans control nature. Back then, nature controlled humans.